I plotted my return the day after the heaviest snowfall in a decade, a bright January afternoon. I was in Baltimore with my sons, who were sitting for entrance examinations at a local boys' country day school. While they speed-penciled the bubbles, I would look at neighborhoods for our new home. I had grown up with two people who held real estate licenses in Maryland, but I didn't quite think of them. I would be looking in another part of town. Although, relative to rank and compensation, the offer I had been made outlined an executive job, I wasn't billeted in a waterfront hotel downtown. The boys and I had taken a cab from the airport to my mother's row house in the Northwest, the part of the city where I had been raised. The night we arrived, 3 feet of snow blanketed the land. I awoke in a panic at 5 a.m. and headed outdoors to shovel my mother's car out of the drift. I thought it was ungenerous to pitch the snow into the street or build an impassable igloo on the sidewalk, so I baled the heavy frozen cotton onto the neighbor's yard. I shoveled steadily for 2 hours. When I looked in the mirror later that day, I thought I was coming down with pink eye. My wintertime labor had burst a blood vessel. The administrator of the college I would be joining had recommended a realtor. Earlier in our negotiations, she had asked my preference for neighborhood, and I answered with an instinctive gaffe. Homewood? Maybe Homeland? I responded genially. I've forgotten the difference. I had not been on the inside of a home in either neighborhood, whose names sounded enough alike to me to be indistinguishable. I was also translating an instinctive response in one tongue to another language altogether. But my imprecision was promptly addressed. Oh, they're not the same at all. The administrator, a city native whose family had migrated to the suburbs, replied with cheery obduracy. To Baltimoreans of another sort, people who were accustomed to understand or benefit from the exactness of the law, precisely accounting these neighborhoods meant something else entirely. Homewood and Homeland are somewhat contiguous through other signature tracks. Guilford and Roland Park, but one signifies the Johns Hopkins campus and the other a residential world beyond it. I had grown up in Baltimore without ever once imagining the antebellum histories of either neighborhood, and the way that those pasts would necessarily collide with my own. I took the clarification easily. Working to appear mild-mannered and hiding petulance are my gifts to the world.